What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video and to the channel. So for this video, I am finally going to be installing a new front lip on my BMW E90. In addition, I'm going to be fixing up my side skirts a bit. As you guys know, the wrap on them has started to peel a bit, so it kind of doesn't look that good. So I'm going to figure out a way to get them looking a bit cleaner, at least temporarily, until I find a new set of side skirts for this car. But before I get into the video here, remember to give this video a thumbs up if you find enjoyment or value in it, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Also, feel free to check us out at inline6auto.com if you're looking for any aftermarket upgrades for your BMWs. Anyway, let's get into the video. So taking a look here at my current front lip that I've had on this car for I think like 4 years now, and it's honestly kind of crazy that I've had this front lip for that long and just had this car in general for that long. In case you guys didn't know, I've had this car for about 6 years now, so I've had it for a pretty long time, and I really can't believe I've had it that long. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this front lip. So you guys can see it is pretty beat. It has a pretty nice little chip right there, and then in the middle there it looks kind of weird because I ran into one of those cement blocks at the front of a parking space because I just went too far in. This is why I always back into parking spaces now. So yeah, when it made contact right here, it kind of like cracked it and pushed it in a bit. So yeah, I just spray painted it gloss black so it's not as obvious, but you can still kind of tell it's a different shade of black. So I've had it like this for the last like 3 years, I'd say, because that happened pretty early on. But yeah, those are the two most significant forms of damage on this front lip. But just in general, there's like a ton of like little chips from like rocks, I'm assuming, from road debris and all that, just like all over, spread out on this front lip, like right there, there's one right there, and just all over the front right here, another little chip right there. But honestly, the paint finish still looks pretty clean. Like, it didn't fade or anything or start cracking. So the paint finish on this front lip definitely held up pretty nicely over the last 4 years, despite being in the sun for significant amounts of time. But regardless, I still think it's time for a new front lip because I've been wanting to get a carbon fiber front lip to match with the carbon fiber splitters and the carbon grills. So yeah, that's exactly what I got, and the new front lip I am going to be putting on the car is indeed a carbon fiber front lip. And then also, like I said, I want to fix the side skirts, or at least fix the wrap, or maybe even take it off, because as you can see here, it started peeling from, I'm assuming, just being in the sun. The adhesive just kind of stopped working and it just peeled off. And it's like this on both sides. On this side it's just in the rear section of the side skirt, but in the front it still looks okay. But I can see it starting to peel right there, starting to lift up a bit. And then on the other side, it peeled in the front there, as you can see, like completely peeled off, and it's lifting on the side there, as you can see, and then in the back, peeling again. So yeah, I think I might just take off the wrap just so it has a cleaner look to it, rather than just having this look where the wrap is like flaking off. So I mean, it still looks okay underneath, so yeah, I might just peel this off, or maybe I'll rewrap it, we'll see. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, replacing this front lip with a new one, and then attempting to repair or make these side skirts look a little bit cleaner and better until I find a new set of side skirts. So here I have the new front lip for the E90, and like I said, it is made out of carbon fiber this time. Real carbon fiber, as you can see there. There's not much sun out, so you can't really see, you know, that carbon fiber reflection, but you can still see it's made out of carbon fiber. Now, the design of this front lip is very similar to the one I have on the car right now. I believe it's called the K style, where it has this little design here where it goes inward towards the middle and then outward on the other side. I really like this design. It honestly looks just like the CS style spoiler that I just put on and that I have on my F80. It has just that general design where it has, like, you know, two jagged edges on each side, and then it kind of indents in the center. So yeah, I think this is going to look really good on the E90 because now it's made out of carbon fiber. On top of that, it does look a little thicker. Let me lift this up here. So like the edge here looks a little thicker, and it's definitely thicker than the edge on that front lip. That one looks a lot thinner, but there isn't like a bottom piece. It just kind of is a flat piece and it just bends downward. But as a result, I am worried about damaging the front lip since I can't put a scrape guard on this one like I have been putting on my other lips on my F80. It's just like a flat piece, so if I put a scrape guard, it's not going to do anything. It's going to make contact right here. But I actually did get a little rubber piece here that will go around like this, that will hopefully allow it to take some scraping, you know, in case I need to, but still protect the lip so it doesn't take any damage and start cracking along the edge here. So this is what I'm talking about. It's basically like a rubber like seal that you put on like the edges of things so they're not as sharp. So in my head, this could work since it could offer some protection on the edge, you know, in case I do need to scrape, because I feel like if I crack it here, it'll easily just like spread, you know, more cracks out wherever else on the front lip. So I'm just gonna try this, I mean, just so I have something, because I really can't think of anything else or any other way that I could protect the front edge of the lip here. So I'm not 100% sure this will work. I think it'll work maybe a few times, but I feel like if I scrape pretty significantly, this could easily just come off or just like tear off, since it's still kind of thin for the most part. But regardless, I just want to put something on the front lip. I don't want to just have nothing. Or if I think of something better, or if I find something better, or you guys suggest something better, a better way to protect the front lip, I can change it later down the road. But I honestly really do not scrape with this car. Like, I know I showed you guys the two parts where there's damage on this front lip, but this one here was from a super steep dip. Like, it was pretty bad. And then this one wasn't even from a dip, it was from hitting the cement block on the front of a parking spot. But that was it, and that was a long time ago. I honestly can't even remember the last time I scraped while driving this car going through dips, and my neighborhood has a ton of dips and I haven't scraped on one of them. Maybe it's just because I know how to navigate now with this car. So yeah, before I put this front lip on, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rubber seal on real quick here. Alright, so I just finished up putting on the rubber seal. As you can see here, it fit pretty nicely, and it did come with double-sided tape, as you guys saw, so it could stick on there and have a little bit more snug fitment so it won't just like fall off super easily. But yeah, I think that should be okay. So I think we are ready to put this front lip on. So before I put on the new front lip, I'm obviously gonna have to take off my current front lip, but to do that I need to lift up the car. So let's go ahead and lift up the E90 with the quick jack. As you guys can see, it's already ready. Alright, so I got the old front lip off, and here we have the E90 without a front lip, which I have not seen in a very long time. The front end honestly still looks really good even without a front lip. Like, I would totally run the front bumper just with these splitters. They look really good by themselves, but obviously I have side skirts and rear extensions, so I need a front lip to get that complete look. The front end would just look naked without a front lip, while I still have side skirts and rear extensions on the car. So with that being said, it is now time to install this new front lip. Alright, so I just finished up putting on the new front lip, as you guys can see here. So let me show you guys how I secured it to the front bumper. So I secured it using the same nuts and bolts and screws that I used on the old front lip. So I put a nut and a bolt right here, put one on the end over there, and I put one right here, another one on the end over there. So there's 4 nuts and bolts total holding the front lip, and then I put a couple screws to just get it flush with the bottom of the front bumper, since there was kind of a gap there with the splitter, but this screw helped close that. And then I put 2 over here so that it would be more flush with this splitter. So yeah, it's secured pretty nicely, I would say. I don't think this would ever come off unless I hit like a dip like super hard, but I don't think I'm ever gonna do that. So now focusing on how this front lip looks here, my initial thoughts. I am somewhat disappointed at the shape of the front lip, as it's not very symmetrical with the front bumper and the splitters. So you guys can see it right now, but on the sides of the bumper, I'll start with this side. You guys can see it sticks out quite a bit over here, but you know, it's nice and flush right here. Just when you get over here, it sticks out a lot. And it's not very symmetrical, and it doesn't look that clean, at least for me and my preferences. And then the same thing on this side, kind of sticks out too much. But yeah, just these sides, not really too happy about that. Although I do really like the look of the carbon fiber finish now. It has a super clean carbon fiber appearance, as you can see there now that the sun is out. So yeah, that is something I really do like about this front lip that I didn't like about the previous lip. Now honestly, I do like the shape of the previous lip better. I just feel like it was a bit more symmetrical with the front bumper and the splitters. But even then, that front lip still was not perfectly symmetrical around the splitters. Kind of like this one, but this one's even worse in my opinion, like on the sides, like I mentioned. But on that one, the sides were pretty symmetrical with the end of the front bumper here. It like was pretty flush right here. It did not stick out. It just stuck out kind of over here a bit. So yeah, unfortunately, this front lip didn't turn out perfectly how I wanted it to, though it still looks decent, it looks okay. It doesn't look horrible, it could look way worse. But this does look better and newer and cleaner than my old front lip over there. So yeah, anyway, now it's time to move on to the side skirts. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove both side skirts so that I can just take a look at them and see what I can do to sort of make them look somewhat better and cleaner. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep them like this. As you guys saw, I removed the old gloss black wrap, just peeled right off. And I also cleaned off all the dirt that was stuck on there with some soapy water, so it looks pretty clean right now. And now this is what it looks like underneath. Sort of like a matte black finish, kind of, or like a satin black. Still looks pretty much the same, just, you know, not with a glossy black finish. But honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep the side skirts like this. I'm just gonna put them back on the car like this, because I really don't see what else I could do to make these look better. I mean, I could just rewrap them in gloss black, but at the moment, I don't have gloss black wrap. I only have satin black wrap. I still think it'll look pretty decent. Definitely looks better now since there's no, you know, peeling wrap still on there. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put these back on the car. Alright, so it's once again been a few days. Some of you guys may have noticed that my hair looks shorter and that I look different, and that's because I got a haircut within the last few days. In case some of you guys may have noticed I look different from the first part of this video. But yeah, that's why. Anyway, now that it's been a few days, I can show you guys the final results of this new front lip. So yeah, like I said, right after I installed this front lip, I honestly am not really too satisfied with it. It's really the sides of the front lip that are really bothering me and how they do not line up with the sides of the front bumper and the splitter. You guys can see it just sticks out too much. I really do not like how this looks here. I want it to line up with the front bumper. To me, that really doesn't look clean, but it does look pretty good with the side skirts, since as you guys can see, the side skirts stick out and it sticks out right here, so like it kind of does like flow together pretty well. But when you look at it from like this view here, to me it really does not look that good. And then the same thing on this side, just sticks out way too far and it doesn't even line up with the edge of the front bumper here. I had to like move it forward a bit so that it would line up with the front splitter here, so that's why it doesn't line up here. But the center section of the front lip does look pretty good. Like I would say from here to here, like this section here, it looks good. No problems there. It's really just the sides over here. Really do not like how far that sticks out. But I really do love the carbon fiber look. The carbon fiber finish does look perfect, no problems there, but that really is not enough for me to want to like this front lip. Just the sides, not doing it for me. And I have been driving around with this front lip for the last few days and I haven't scraped on anything. So yeah, honestly you guys, I am probably not going to keep this front lip that long. I'm probably going to start looking for another lip pretty soon here, because I just really want a front lip that's symmetrical with the entire bottom part of the front lip, and it like lines up with all the edges and everything and the splitters. This front lip does not do that, since this is more of a universal front lip that's meant to fit many BMW E90 models. For me personally, I want the front lip to look like it's supposed to be, specifically for this setup here with the LCI M Sport front bumper and carbon fiber splitters. Now I have seen front lips that are symmetrical with this setup here, that kind of round off right there and are even with the edge of the splitter and the sides of the front bumper there, but I have not found any that are made in real carbon fiber, so that's why I didn't initially get one of those. But I might have to just settle, because I would rather have that look than this look here. Even though it's in real carbon fiber, I'd rather just get a front lip again in gloss black, if that means it's, you know, symmetrical and everything with the front bumper. So yeah guys, I'm probably going to be switching out this front lip for something else pretty soon here, because it really is just bothering me, and when something bothers me on my cars, I want to switch it out or fix it as soon as possible so that it doesn't bother me anymore, so that I am satisfied with everything and how the car looks. So yeah, overall this front lip looks okay. It's decent, at least in my opinion. Some of you guys may actually like how this front lip looks and, you know, not be bothered by it at all, but just for me personally, it's really not what I'm looking for, at least in the design of it. But overall, I would still say this is a pretty solid front lip option for a lot of you guys out there who have an E9X 3 Series. This is, like I said, a universal front lip, so it can fit many E9X 3 Series models, not just this one. But as you guys can see, this one specifically, in the setup I have, it's not really symmetrical like I've been pointing out the past few minutes. That's really all I have to say about this front lip. There's one last little walk around here so you guys can get a clear idea on how this front lip looks. It's a close up here. So yeah guys, unfortunately this front lip didn't work out for me personally, and it's honestly kind of crazy that now two parts did not work out for me recently. The front lip and the diffuser I tried to install in my last video, that is pretty rare for me. Most of the parts I end up getting for my car end up turning out good. I end up liking them and I end up being satisfied with them, but this does happen. It's just pretty rare for me. I honestly can't even think of the last time I wasn't happy with a new part I installed on my cars. But yeah, honestly, this is the reality, obviously, of putting aftermarket parts on your cars. Sometimes it just does not turn out how you hoped when you see the pictures online and you get it in person, you put it on. It may turn out a little bit different and not how you envisioned it, but that's okay, nothing crazy. We just continue on, you know, looking for the part that will satisfy what we're looking for. Also, as you guys know, I was trying to do like a full carbon fiber aero kit for this car and make all of the pieces carbon fiber, but unfortunately it's looking like I'm not going to be able to do that because there just isn't the parts available that'll give me the look that I'm going for with this car. So yeah, unfortunately I might just have to scratch that and just stick with the gloss black look of the aero pieces, which is fine, honestly. I mean, it still looks really good, but just was hoping to change it to carbon fiber finally, but I might not be able to do that now. It's looking like at this point. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this front lip specifically, I I got this front lip from Mod Bargains, which is the same place I got my front bumper, my M Sport front bumper, and my M Sport rear bumper. I got it from Mod Bargains. I will leave it linked in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. This front lip is definitely pretty solid in its quality. The carbon fiber finish is like perfect, have zero complaints about it. But since it is a universal front lip, it's not going to fit the same on all, you know, setups that you may have on your E90X 3 Series. But this one may work for you, just didn't work for me. So yeah, feel free to check that one out if you want. But yeah, anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. As always, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Also, feel free to check out inline6auto.com if you're looking for any aftermarket upgrades for your BMW E93 series. A lot of these parts I have on this car are available on inline6auto.com. I'll have it linked in the description of this video. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video.